It's not uncommon for me to walk into a race, walk into a track, and not only be the only mixed driver, the only black driver, but be the only person of color on the premises. I feel like I put extra pressure on myself because I feel like I have an extra responsibility and extra obligation to represent and like prove to everybody else that, you know, anybody can make it here. When I step on the racetrack, when I climb in the car, you've got to put all that out of your head. You got to be focused on the task at hand, because if you're not, performance will show and it'll suffer because of it. I've always wanted to work in racing. That's always been like my goal since I was like a little kid, was like, I'm gonna work in NASCAR, I'm gonna work somewhere in racing. With the mechanical side of things, I understand it enough to be helpful to the team and like do some work, but I understand the most on the business side of things, the marketing and advertising. You know, sponsorship is the lifeblood of racing, and being one of the very few drivers pursuing a degree that's very relevant to what we do on a day-to-day basis does kind of give me an edge, and at least gives me kind of a broader scope of what makes the team run. I take a lot of what I learn in my advertising classes and my marketing classes, and I apply that to the racing industry. I apply that to the pitches I make when I have to approach a company for, you know, the money, the funds to keep the team alive, to go racing, to make it to the racetrack and everything. The balancing act is pretty tough, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this is all day, all night commitment. This isn't a hobby, this isn't a pastime, it may not be an official UGA sport, but it's definitely not a club sport.
The 4S of Hayden flank the 16 of Chad McCumbee. Fans, join with me as we get set to get things rolling. In 3, 2, 1, drivers, start your engine.
Coming here and like really working on stuff that helps me be a better race car driver, be a better part of a racing team. I'm just getting better at racing. This is no different than me, you know, working on my cardio or getting in the simulator and working on my, you know, my driving. It's just another part of making me a better race car driver.
Thank you. We get better. We get better. We're getting better.